Deputy Chief Cochran's here, I don't know if you want to talk about the AFG Grant, Stan?
We can talk about it. At this present time, the grant is open. We were kind of looking at several different things here with which way we wanted to go with it. And right now, with some of the issues that have happened, obviously the I-94 accident with one of our trucks, another truck has caught on fire and we're having some problems with that one, that we think we're going to apply, if it's all right with the council, for another firefighter grant, or a fire truck grant. Last time we made it out of committee, which is a big thing for us, but we are low on committee and they take it by priority. Right now, we are renting a truck from Polk Fire because we're down so many trucks. So I think we meet that priority level that we really need some help, and hopefully we can get a little bit higher in that grant level. So I think myself and the chief decided to go and write for another truck here.
So the last time we were a little higher?
Yes, we made it a little bit higher.
We made twice, right?
Yeah, the time before this, we did make it out of committee.
Okay.
This last time we made it out of committee but we were very low on the priority list.
Okay.
So hopefully now we can add some more things to it and get a little bit higher up in that priority list and maybe move forward.
What is the allocation for a new truck? How much are we would request in the grant for that piece of equipment?
Roughly the trucks are going for $450,000 roughly, so.
A brand new one.
A brand new one, yes. That would be a brand new one, about 450, and they'd be on the low end.
Okay.
So we're looking at about $500,000, if not 550,000. And then 10% of that would be our buy-in there.
Through the chair.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just talking to me.
Madam Chair, I believe, if I'm not incorrect, Stan, the other new one did arrive today. However, obviously it's not licensed. It needs to still go through that process, but it did hit, the wheels are on the ground here in town, and will now, Stan has the daunting task of getting everything upstreamed within a month.
What did they do with the one that got hit? Has that been?
I don't know,
Are they gonna fix it, or are they gonna?
Yeah, moving forward to repair.
Okay.
The insurance company is actually going to cut the city a check, and then in turn we'll pay the repair shop. They could have sent it to the repair shop directly, but Chief and I talked, and we felt that we would want to make sure that the repairs were done appropriately before we turned over the money.
So we'll have the repair truck in Station 1, the new truck in Station 3, and it still leaves a hole in Station, or the main station here in Station 1. I said 1, I think 2. So it sounds like that's, if awarded the grant, that's where this truck would go.
That is correct, because the aerial truck right now is also still in the shop at Halt for safety cables. The cables for the aerial bucket are frayed, so we cannot use the bucket right now, and those all have to be hand-built at Wisconsin also, where the correct truck is right now. And it's taking them a while to build them, to get them to us, but it's a life safety hazard thing, so we're trying to get that back as soon as we can also.
Is this grant, are we going to have to match some of it?
10%.
10%. You want to go to number 6, please? Mr. Markey, will you straighten us out?
Linda, just real quick, I don't think we had a chance, I don't know if Mr. Dickerson talked to him after we talked to Gus, so he might not know what Gus's suggestions
Did you
were.
talk to Gus at all?
No, this is regarding which?
Number, I don't know if you want to tell him or I can, number 6 and number 7, instead of stating, open the public hearing to set cost, he said maybe change it to discuss, since we're not setting the cost until the next meeting.
Well, actually, we're setting, we would set the cost today for the majority of the street lighting, unless that's a recommendation from council.
He said maybe postpone the setting and the duration to postpone those to the next meeting.
Madam Chair, Gus will not be here tonight. He's out of town, but Joe will be here and he can talk about that. I did confirm he will be, he's probably late, just commuting down. But I think there was a step procedurally that we missed when we sent out the public notification. So I think as a result, we have to go through the discussion, and we may need to set that public hearing tonight. Correct, Cindy?
Yeah, the council has to set the public hearing on cost, and that was not done at the last meeting. So we have to officially set the cost, the public hearing for costs.
So that would be number 9. Item number 9.
No.
Correct.
That's for,
That is setting
One,
the
two,
public
three.
hearing date.
oh, okay.
Those are the ones that.
That's for the districts, that's what we missed. Yeah,
Okay.
we missed them.
Madam Chair, so I believe, and what we probably should do is wait till Corporation Council gets here and we can circle back to this because Joe is going to provide an update.
Yeah, that's good.
But I believe 8 would be deleted.
Deleted or postponed?
No, I think we just remove it. And then both 6 and 7 would just be to discuss, and then we would have to have have council approve setting the meeting. And number 10, I'm sorry, yes.
And then we were questioning too whether or not there has to be notices again.
Yeah, that was the other question of do we have to mail out notification or again, or does the previous notification meet the test of
You did
notifying?
though, didn't you send out those?
We did in our letters to them and published in the newspaper, Madam Chair, the public hearing date, November 1st, to set costs.
So we can talk to Joe about that, if we want to go down the rest of the agenda and circle back when he gets here.
Yeah, because
I'll see how close he is while we're...
Okay, well, let's go back to, number 11 real quick. And that is to just amend the 2016 summer special assessment roll for, removing grass cuttings and ordinance charges for house on Polk. And, this is all legit.
It is, Madam Chair, and I spoke with the taxpayer. She bought the property from HUD. And her position is similar to what we had last week, is that these cuts were done prior to her purchasing the house, and therefore they're not her responsibility. And my contention still is, I think the buyer should do their due diligence and be aware of the expenses. It's, as Dave Greco mentioned, it's really up to City Council to make that determination. Should they have the right to waive it? You have the right to keep it as it is or to amend it, at your pleasure. Just from my own, as an assessor, my observation is there was time for them to do research and to confirm what HUD should have paid for and what they should not have paid for. And that was not, from what I can tell, that was not done. And the taxpayer, she's pretty adamant that she's not paying these charges. And I said, well, that's not for me to call, it's up for City Council to discuss, which is why we're bringing it forward.
So she did not do a title search on it? Or who's responsible, would it be HUD tell her about it?
Yeah, I believe HUD is responsible for these charges. Because they own the house at the time.
So it should be up to her to go back to that.
And so my position is pay it and then go back and then after HUD. Because truly it's, when the taxpayer buys a piece of property, they buy whatever good and bad goes along with it. And those taxes are part of her responsibility.
So the information was out there at the time she bought the house, unlike some of the others.
Correct.
Number 12, this is going to be the swearing in of some new CERT officers. Number 13, we did already. So this brings us to number 14, which is NACPH training for 2 Canine officers in Alpena, Michigan, from October 1st. Oh, they already did this.
Yes, ma'am, so,
So it should be received and filed?
yes, so no excuse, but that training came up, the officers did not get it to me in time to get it in council in a timely manner ahead of time, but because it is such a crucial training, we sent them, and I apologize. No,
Nobody's perfect.
I'm sorry?
Nobody's perfect. That perfect, bro.
And I think that's already been changed.
It's right on the agenda then, right?
Right, it's on, right on the agenda.